Many people trying to get in control of their ADHD have similar experiences. They find some sort of planning solution, everything works for a few days, then chaos hits and the whole system just breaks. I wanted to see which planners actually hold up when your focus swings, your priorities shift, and your day doesn't go as planned. Hey, I'm Danny, the community lead here at Morgen. I've been in the productivity and time management app space for over 11 years now and have seen how the right planning system can improve your productivity and reduce stress, but also how the wrong one can create hassle and cause costly mistakes. Many users mention that if a planner isn't in their face, then it doesn't exist. The plan is done and just forgotten. Unless there is something to see or it is easily accessible at the click of a button, a shortcut. Some users create the perfect planner system and it works perfect for a couple of weeks. But then the novelty wears off, the excitement of what was created fades, and they go searching for another system or fall back just into chaos. There is also a huge debate about paper or digital. Some swear by writing by hand, others need alarms and push notifications. But there are also those that want to write everything out, then put it into a digital planner later. With hundreds of apps out there and thousands of systems, lots of people use apps and systems that are too complicated, have too many templates to manage, requires discipline on days they just don't have time, energy, or patience for. Or the system isn't flexible enough when priorities change. Don't worry, in a second I'll show you the planners that I think actually work in the real world. But first, what makes a planner any good? I think they should reduce the amount of decisions you need to make, helping prioritize tasks, scheduling in time that is available, preventing conflicts, doing background work without you. But also be visually helpful, not just a long list of stuff, breaking things down when needed, and add suggestions and assistance when asked for. Every person is different, so we will all have different preferences. I know I like control, so don't want my calendar moving without my say-so, which brings us to my top 5 apps. First up is Sunsama. It is great for structured reflection with guided planning rituals. The main view is a scrollable board view for dragging tasks between the days. When you open the tool, you are encouraged to brain dump everything at the start to plan your day, then review in a shutdown or reschedule tasks. Times are suggested on the calendar and automatically move around unless you lock the time in place. And this encourages focus on the weekly plan and building rituals around planning. But the rituals can be time-consuming and aren't always easy to do midday as things just change. So I think Sunsama is best for people who enjoy slow, intentional planning in a board view, but the auto-scheduling suggestions can help with unexpected conflicts and fast-approaching end-of-work hours. However, as someone who likes travel time, buffer time, and my work calendar to block my personal calendar automatically, Sunsama isn't for me as it doesn't have those background workflows. Akiflow is very similar, but a bit more manual as a planner. You can see and schedule all the tasks. After you add tasks, you can filter, group, and order tasks in the sidebar, then manually schedule time on the calendar. There are daily and weekly rituals you can follow if you want to be more intentional about your planning. But with this calendar-first approach, you can see the time available for scheduling tasks around the events or use their slots to batch tasks together. Both Sunsama and Akiflow have board and calendar views, but the features of Akiflow favour the calendar, whereas Sunsama seem to favour the board. However, Akiflow doesn't have background workflows like Sunsama or auto-scheduling suggestions. Akiflow has a different kind of automation through their AI chat and AI flag features. You can talk with Aki to help you get things done. If you are someone that wants to talk with an AI and leave them to work out the rest, Akiflow might be worth exploring. And so Akiflow is best for people who want full control of their calendar, but want some AI chat assistance to help with planning. Reclaim, on the other hand, does have background workflows. They have a free plan, making it more affordable than others on this list to start with, and it is great on the web browser, connecting your Google or Outlook calendars with other task tools. There is auto-scheduling suggestions like Sunsama, but they are always on your calendar, moving around the next best place. This could be fine, but your team might get confused if they see your calendar constantly changing because they're events. So you could just lock them in place if you don't want them moving around, but the calendar view is event first, which means tasks appear as events. This means the task experience is a little clunky, as you can't complete the task from the calendar, you have to do that from the sidebar. There also isn't a dedicated planning experience to work through all of the tasks and events. The main task experience is in a different view. This means heavy task users could end up with a long to-do list, which we are trying to avoid. And so I think Reclaim is best for those people who are event-focused, wanting some task automation and background workflows. Teemo, on the other hand, is different from all of them, with some similarities. You can see straight away it is calendar first with tasks like Akiflow in the sidebar. The task focus is on priorities, like Reclaim, but instead of a board view, like Sunsama, it breaks the day up into sections. Anytime, morning, afternoon, and evening. This changes the way you see your time, not as a long list or an ongoing day, but sections throughout the day. You will also probably notice the heavy focus on emojis, colours, and a playful look to the app. However, it doesn't have background workflows, much automatic or collaborative scheduling assistance, and the event experience has limitations as well, so managing meetings can be challenging. So I think Teemo is best for people who don't have many meetings or events and want a playful aesthetic over scheduling features, but it still does have task scheduling. Then we have Morgen, which is a balanced planner. You have the control of your scheduling, like in Akiflow. There is a planning experience you can go to at any time, similar to the rituals in Sunsama. It has more advanced versions of the background workflows from Reclaim, like the travel time, buffer time, and the propagation events from work to personal, and also has collaborative scheduling similar to the auto-scheduling in Sunsama and Reclaim, but it isn't as controlling. You are asked if you want to accept, reject, or change the suggestions instead of a machine just doing it all for you and moving your calendar around. When there is a conflict, you'll be notified and given options about what to do instead of your calendar just changing potentially without you knowing. When you want to plan tasks, you can adjust and change the plan before it is scheduled on the calendar. And if you don't like the plan, you can just easily do it yourself, like in Akiflow. I personally like the look of Morgen, which is similar to Teemo, but Teemo is more playful and has far more emojis, so I'll leave the decision up to you. However, if you don't want to check the plan, don't want to schedule tasks, and want a slower, more intentional planning ritual, Morgen probably isn't for you. Any of these planners can help you start, but the real fight is staying started. If you want a system that visualizes your time, forgives the days that go off script, and keeps everything in one place so nothing slips away, Morgen is the one I personally kept. It helps prioritize my tasks, schedule tasks at available times, prevents conflicts, does the background work without me, is visually helpful, breaks larger tasks down, giving me the information about that breakdown, and suggests things when I ask for some help. It's the tool that finally made consistency feel possible for me, but like I said at the start, everyone is different. You can try Morgen with the 14-day free trial, linked in the description below, or continue exploring which planner tool is best for you by watching this video next.